if you work for a company that's in San Francisco and you want to move to Montana, you are not going to easily accept a pay cut for that relocation if you don't change your job. What is going to happen, in our view, what we're hearing is that HR is probably going to treat your compa ratio, your pay relative to market, as an overpay when it looks at your compensation. So future raises are going to be smaller and promotion opportunities might be scarcer for you. But what we're seeing in the data is that people value the flexibility on where they live and the extra work-life balance that comes from not commuting at 20% or more of their compensation package. So the value is there for the consumer. The job seeker, the employees just aren't willing to put it on the table for the company they work for now.
Yeah.
What that does mean, though, is that people aren't going to move back to protect pay. When they move jobs and move companies, what companies are also doing is they're saying, we're not going to disrupt our employee base by forcing a pay cut on them. But when they move jobs, we are going to, and when we have new employees coming in, we're going to price them in many cases against that local pay market. So if you switch jobs, or if you're being promoted or moving across an organization, you're not likely to see a pay cut, but you might not get the same raise that you would get if you were in a more expensive locale. So I think it's going to be interesting because there are more opportunities for you to switch jobs if you work from home because your job market is anyone who hires nationally. On the other hand, onboarding and getting to know people and feeling secure in that new job is going to be even more difficult because onboarding is more difficult for remote people. There's actually going to be less turnover once you get through an initial surge. Because I think just like in the pandemic, people didn't switch jobs easily, right? They were like, no, I'm good. I think if you are working from home and you are in a good company and you're in a good spot and you've got that extra 20% cushion where you feel like you're really well paid for where you're living, there's actually going to be maybe some more baby boomer generation-like stability in rapid transitions and kind of less millennial, I'm going to switch jobs every 3 years type of behaviors. I think it might actually settle out a little bit. If you want to switch jobs, it's going to be even easier to get a job. So that's the other side of it. So for an organization that doesn't treat you well or a boss that you don't get along with, you might say, well, I'm not going to hang out in this job working from home. I'll take the onboarding risk because I already know what I have here and I can do better. So there will be a lot of pressure on still on employee engagement and still on, can you train your managers to be good managers of other people?